What's going on, guys, and welcome to another Devblog update here on Legion. It's been a while since we've done one. I would like to introduce myself real quick, though. I am Super39, for those of you that may not know, and I am one of the new owners here at Legion, which is totally awesome. I am thoroughly excited to be here because there are so many unique and custom aspects of the server that I have not seen anywhere else on Minecraft at all, and it's amazing that this is hosted in just straight up vanilla, and there's just so many cool elements and abilities and things that are going on here that are insane. So without further ado, I do want to give you guys a Devblog update, since it's been quite some time since the last one, to show you where we're at and what exactly has been going on here on the server. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alrighty, so I'm just going to talk over some gameplay here. This is actual in-game footage of Legion in its current state. We did have some amazing individuals from the Discord join us, and we got a nice little game going here. You will see some issues and bugs in this footage, which is the stuff that we are working on trying to repair, and why we need your help here in open beta so that you can report it and we can repair them for smooth and epic gameplay. So the big thing that we have been working on is actually updating the core of the game. For those of you that have been around the project for a while now, know that you were able to bridge a whole bunch of different Minecraft versions to get onto the server. Basically, I think the lowest you could go was like 113 or something. Don't hold me to that, I can't remember. But that was because the core of the game was built on Minecraft version 1.16. What we did do is made the executive decision to bump that to Minecraft 120.2. Thus, this is why you need a Minecraft version 120.2 or higher client to actually join the server. We have dropped support for all previous versions of Minecraft. The reason why we decided to do that was because we were suffering from some performance issues and things trying to bridge all the different versions of Minecraft and trying to update it into 120, that it was just causing so many problems with the base gameplay that we currently had that it just didn't make sense performance-wise and also gameplay-wise for the long term to maintain what we were doing. So we decided to update to 120.2, which is good because now we can take advantage of some of the new features that Mojang have entered into Minecraft with their current update. However, along with that is a double-edged sword because a lot of things have broken and we are trying to repair them. So some of the current stuff that we've been working on is the chat issues. Basically, initially when we first launched into open beta, when you sent a chat message, it would kick you, which was not good. So we got that ironed out. Everything seems to be working now. You can see that we are chatting in the game as it progresses here. So we also did have some website certificate errors along with 404 errors for the website. Some of you may not have noticed that. So what that was causing is if you go to the stats page on mclegion.net, you will see the leaderboard. The leaderboard was not actively updating with the kills and everything like that. We are showing the top 20 players with their icons. Seems like we are having some trouble with some of the icons. Their player faces not loading there, but we will get those addressed. But right now, the bulk of the stuff is working. That was not initially working. That has been corrected. We also ran into some issues where players were disconnecting when trying to get into the game when it was loading. That has been addressed as well, so you guys shouldn't see any problems with that. So one of the things that we are still battling with is legends showing up as invisible. It seems to be more prevalent with bots than actual physical players that are in the match. What we're kind of narrowing it down is it seems to be something on the client side of things. So we have been kind of logging our clients and sending that to Daylight Nebula, who is our developer, and he's trying to look and compare and see exactly what's going on. So that's an issue that is kind of an ongoing issue that we are aware of and we are working on. So another area where we're having problems that we are trying to address as well is legend selection. So sometimes it seems like when you do spawn in, you'll either spawn where you need to with selecting your legends, or you're going to spawn on the opposite side of the arena depending on the team that it's trying to place you in, and you might not be able to select a legend, in which case you will randomly be assigned a legend, but the game will proceed as normal from that point forward. What we're kind of narrowing that down to is it seems to be an issue with Mojang with the 120.2 update. We have run into a problem where they just randomly spawn you within a map when you load a texture pack, and it's hard to get you placed exactly where you need to be placed, which is one of the things that's causing those errors, or that glitch, bug, whatever you want to call it there. So we are trying to iron that one out. That one's a little bit of a challenge, but we think we might have a workaround for it, so that should be getting corrected shortly. So one of the other things that was reported as well is minions and towers, basically when they were killing enemy legends, you were actually getting assigned that kill and rewarded for that kill, even if you never did any damage to that enemy legend. So we did get that ironed out now, so that is not occurring anymore. And then one of the things that we are working on as well is the endgame cinematics. You'll see when you destroy the enemy nexus, you'll get the whole thing that's going on where you should see win animations and stuff. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. There's also visual glitches with some of the legends loading in there that you were playing as, but right now that's not priority list. We've got some other things that we want to try to fix before then that pertain to the gameplay, and then we'll get those addressed. But we are aware of that, and we are trying to figure out a way to make that a little bit more smoother. An issue that we did think that we had fixed that is cropping up as well is towers randomly floating. That we thought we ironed it out, but for some reason it is occurring again randomly. I'm not sure if it's a client-side issue or if it is an actual issue with the game itself. We're gonna have to dive deeper into that. Also, we are aware of Q not working to view your abilities inside of the game for your legends. We thought we also had that ironed out as well, but it turns out that when we got into this game here, it stopped working for some reason. We don't know why, so we've got to look into that one a little bit more as well. One of the things that we also have been working heavily on is the AI bots. So we had them working pretty nicely previously. However, with the 120 update, they did break. A lot of their routing and targeting aspects have suffered from that, but we have ironed out a good portion of it. They are actually playing similar to how players would play now. It is looking nice for them, and we are continuously updating them to try to make them even better so that it is like playing with real players. So some more information about the bots too, for those of you that might be completely new and just stumbling across the whole project in itself. We do have bots that backfill the game, so even if the player count is 0, you can play a game without any players being on the server. You'll just be placed in a game with a whole bunch of bots, and they do attack and come at you similar to how real players would. Like I said, with 120 update core push that we did, it kind of screwed up some things, but we're ironing them out to get them to how they were previously, which they were actually pretty good. So on the topic of bots as well, we did upgrade their targeting system. They were not actively actually seeking out players for some reason initially, right when we started the open beta process here, but they are doing that now. They also were having an issue with actually attacking and targeting the towers. They would literally just run up to the tower, and the tower would just totally sit there and kill them, and it wasn't very fun because you had no help. But basically that's been ironed out, so those guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing with that as well. Another issue that randomly cropped up, and please let us know if this is still going on, is there seem to be some random issues where towers would attack a minion, and then the minion would die, and then the tower would sit there and continuously attack the spot, at which point, where basically the minion died. So it would just sit there and just keep hitting the same spot, and then you were able to basically approach the tower and kill it without getting any damage or anything like that. So please let us know if that's still occurring. We should have that ironed out. It should be working as intended. So the plan moving forward right now is we are going to be focusing heavily on gameplay and trying to get that a lot more smooth and enjoyable, I guess you could say, with minimal glitches and problems. And then after we get through that part here in the open beta, what we're going to be focusing on next is actually balancing the game with the legends. So please, as you're playing, take note of legends that might be a little bit too strong damage-wise and things like that, and report them in the Discord for us so that we can kind of know what to work on and what to repair so that we can balance the game overall. We have noticed some issues with legends, and I'll run through those real quick that we are aware of for those of you that are playing. We've realized that with Leo, the right click animation is not working. However, you are still able to do damage. With Redingo, the alt is broken and is simply just not working. Don't really know what's occurring there, but we'll get to the bottom of it. Travis runs through people. His damage definitely needs to be looked at. Basically, once you get his upgrades and stuff like that in the shop, you are just able to just destroy anything in your path. It is insane. And then we're also aware of Derek's alt, which what he does is he does this fancy thing with the swords, drives the swords into the ground, and for some reason it seems to randomly, sporadically, whatever you want to call it, basically get you stuck in the ground, and then you're not able to move for a little bit. And then, yeah, we're trying to get to the bottom of that. Not really sure what's going on with that guy, but we'll figure it out as well. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for tuning into this dev vlog. Devblog will be doing some more here in the future as we repair and fix things. I'm looking forward to getting the game ready for the full release, where we're going to be adding some new features and things. We're going to keep those under wraps for now. Those are going to be nice little surprises. And hopefully you guys did enjoy. If so, hit that like button, subscribe, tell all of your friends about this project as well. We're going to keep trudging along here, and I'm super excited to see what the future of Legion is going to hold for us. With that said, I will catch you guys in the next one.